Then let's see this one. Our main topic for discussion today will be involving related to functions in MySQL, different type of functions in MySQL, right? So let me see where somewhere I had written in this one. Let me go. This is SQL commands. I think last this one. Yeah, I see this one. So here you see functions. So in that same year, if I'll ask you that what do you know by, or what are your understanding by function, and what a function is going to do? One common question is function will reduce the total number of code to be written?
Yes, sir.
Definitely yes. Why you're using function? Why?
Yes.
To reduce the codes. Okay, we can do without function also, but that is going to increase number of lines in MySQL. But same thing you can do with functions. So what are functions? So in a very simple language to understand, functions are predefined set of commands. Very simple. Put in mind. Functions are very predefined set of commands which will take arguments from you. Arguments means what? Which will take input from you, and will make that input to perform a certain task according to the name and according to the code of the function, and will return a value. Okay, so what does this mean here? If I am going to write this sum function here, you see this is sum is written here. Sum is equal to sum. This yellow color is visible. Sum. So this is the
Yes, sir.
function name. Okay, and what I told, some are predefined set of commands. Okay, instructions. So already in that sum it is written there. Now in this bracket, why this bracket is there? This is also a sign of function, that of a function should end with this bracket. And what this bracket means here, that this is going to take arguments from user. Arguments means what? Input from user. Suppose I am to make here x equal to, I am making here sum, then I am going in bracket, I am writing here 2 and 3. So it will take argument from me as 2 and 3 as input, and it is going to add it. So 5 will go to x. This is sum. Okay, so in MySQL also we are having functions, and that functions can very easily pass arguments or parameters. Is it? See, parameter just came in my mouth. So parameter is also a name for function. Okay, function in MySQL will manipulate your data. Let's suppose salary is given. Okay, I want to print sum of all the salary. What I'm going to do? Say, if I'm going to print sum of all the salary, can this be possible? Can you write a query to print sum of all the salary without using function? Just apply your brain. Can you be able to do? You think like that, okay? You just think that can you be able to print sum of all the salary of that employee without using some function? So I want that you apply little bit brain and find a solution. But by using sum, it's very easy. Sum, and what will be the argument going inside here? It's column name salary. Okay, so I'm going to show you very quickly. Let me explain a little bit more in that. So here you see in MySQL, if I'm going to talk about, then you are going to find out that this function is let me make my marker. Okay, this function, I'm writing function here. Okay, function is of two types in MySQL. Okay, you have to put, first one is single row function. I am writing a single row, one line I am drawing single row function. And second one is known as multiple row function. What is the meaning of the single row and multiple row? Single row function will always return a single value. Put in mind, it will return a single value, such as if I want to print the maximum, is it, salary taken by any employee in the employee table, so it is going to return only one value. who is going to have a maximum salary, is it? But if I am asking that how many employees are there for the salesman, okay, job, let's suppose. So suppose five salesmen are there, so it will work on the five record or five tuple and it will return five to you. That is multiple row function. Am I make this one clear to you, everybody? I just want a reply from all. Is that clear? Single row function and multiple row function.
Sir, but if we take that like sum of the salary, then salary will be a column, no?
Here everything I am talking about column, but column is going to have a tuple now. It is going to work on tuple. So if I'm going to write here, suppose here I'm going to write here max sal. I'll change this color. This yellow is not looking good. Sal. Okay. So sal is a field. Sal is a column, but it is going to return only one tuple to you, which are having maximum salary. But if suppose I'm asking that job, let's suppose job. Okay. So here some are salesman, then manager, like that here. So I want to print that how many salesmen are there, then it is going to count 1 2 3 4 5, and accordingly if I want to print here salesman, and I'll write here 5. Okay, manager 2. So just check it out, multiple row function here you see. Don't say that count is coming under single row only, because it is going to return a specific value. But I'm going to talk about multiple row function like this way, that salesman, how many 5 are there. Okay, so I will let you know group by clause when I'm going to teach my is multiple row function. So simply for this point of time, you remember that functions which are operating on a single value to return a single specific value is known as single row function. It can accept one or more argument, is it, but it will return only one value according to a row. Okay, it will accept more than one arguments also. Okay, suppose who are working in salesman and getting less amount, getting a minimum salary. Okay, more than one argument, but printing only one row, right? So here you see in this single row function, it can be of any type and category accordingly given. We'll think, just let me finish this one, then we are going to go to that. So it can be either a string function, it can be either numeric, it can be either date and time. Okay, we can use here select, where we can use order by clause, like that. Okay, so till now whatever you have learned all are coming under this one. But multiple row function, they are also, see, one more specific term is there. Or what is the term given for group? Yeah, aggregate. Yeah, correct. Aggregate is also another name of multiple row function. In some book you are going to get multiple row, in some book you are going to get aggregate function. Got it? Here you see, here you will use select command, where command, but here specifically one command is there which is known as group function. Understand? Group by clause. Okay, which is going to work on you can say a group of tuples or aggregate of tuples, where more than one tuples it is going to make, then we are going to use this multiple row function. Got it? So now we are going to get here, now we are going to make it here, find out how what are the functions available here as a. Okay, so I'm going here to, let me open MySQL. Is MySQL visible to you?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now um, I'm going to write here use school. Okay, since you are knowing, then I want to see that whether that graduate table is there or not. So what I'm going to write here? So
So tables.
tables. Okay, done. So yesterday we created this graduate table from Python, so it is there. So we are going to take, let me see, select asterisk from graduate. Okay, like this way are there, and select asterisk from employee. Let me see, this one is there. So we have both table, understand? So we are going to create some queries that will work here, and I'm going to show it to you accordingly, is it? So now you see, I'm going to write here one query, understand? First query, you see, I want to print here um, maximum salary from this employee, is it? Maximum salary. Got it? So what I'm to write here? Select max. Max is the function name here. See, first function you learn max, and max is going to have an argument here. What argument? Salary as argument, is it? From employee. Just check it out. Okay, we got the maximum salary, is it? But if I'll say you similarly, one more thing, just learn select minimum. Minimum, what is the minimum here? Minimum salary from employee. You see, minimum salary. Got it? Now, in that same regard, if I'll say you print the name and maximum salary. So what does this mean? Who is getting maximum salary here? Very fast, tell me, who is that maximum one? This one, Ward. This is the maximum salary.
So in maximum salary, it is showing minimum.
And minimum, it is showing maximum. No.
No, sir, minimum.
No, sir.
Select, then what maximum sal from employee. Why 986 is coming? It is maximum. Let me try in this one, stipend, or what we have taken, that one, describe employee. So salary is worker. Okay. Describe graduate. Okay, might be this worker is there. Let me try with this graduate. Select asterisk from graduate. Okay, here specifically I think average is there in form of integer. Okay, so I'm going to write here select max, then average from graduate. Is it correct coming? Yeah, now it is coming. It's because of that worker error. That's why I told you worker you will use at the last in any deadline situation. Okay, and if it specifically integer and other numeric is to be mentioned here. So I told you now that it can be either particularly string, it can be either particularly numeric, it can be either particularly date and time. Okay, similarly here I'm writing here select minimum, then I'm going to write here average from graduate. See here 62. I hope 62 is their minimum. Yeah, it is coming 62. But now if I'll say you print name, who is having maximum average here? Arjun here, understand? So my output will be, you see, Arjun and 70. So what I'm to write here? Select. I want to
Select name.
Name. This name is there. Name. Okay, name. Then comma. Then max. Max. What is that? Average.
Average
From graduate. Okay. So now your mind is working that you printed like this. but still something more is required. This query is going to run, obviously it is going to run, but it is going to print, you see, a very big problem. Karan, first name it is printing, and then it is printing here
Sir, select
70, this
select
70 it is
name
printing.
comma average.
Got
So
it?
select name comma average from graduate where average is equal to max average.
Let's try it. Select name comma average from graduate where, what is that?
So graduate spelling.
Average equal to max, what is that?
Graduate spelling.
Average, what is, okay, graduate. Okay, so this is, now now your mind is calculated. No, that is not working. Then this can work, is it? Average equal to max average, is it? Sure. I'm pressing enter key. Just check it out. Invalid use of group function. You are working in more than one tuple. Understand this error? I want to teach you. That's why I am coming in this one by one. So what can be? Now this maximum average, you see, this maximum average is making multiple tuples simultaneously together and bringing the result back, and that cannot be used as a comparison here. Understand directly that value. Got it? So one more try. Tell me very fast. This is also error. Maximum are unable to do this one. This query that print the name of the child having maximum average, or print the name of the employee getting maximum salary or minimum salary, something like that. One more try. Tell me.
Name comma name equal to max max average.
Select. Okay, say me. One more try from your side. Where I'll change.
The where name equal to max average.
Here, where name. I'm writing name here. Okay, let's try this. Let's check it out.
Sir, average is max average.
Let's try it out. Where average is max average. Just check it out. Okay, so any more try? 2, 3 more try you do. No try. Now I'm writing. Okay, say.
Average in max average.
Average in max average. Got it? You see, this is a very big concept to understand. Okay, so now I'm going to show it to you what is the correct way of writing this one. See, max average, again I'm telling you, it's a group function. Okay, aggregate function. What aggregate function is going to do, it is going to find out from the multiple tuples, and to go through multiple tuples you should be having a proper select statement for each query you are having. Okay, so see, I'm writing here, see, select name and then average from graduate. Okay, where everybody see this one, where what I have to say, I have to make where average equal to maximum average. So maximum average will not come as only max average here. I told you aggregate function you are using, so aggregate function should having a full select statement here. I'm writing a select what I have to select here, average. Select, I'm writing a select max average, maximum average. Okay, you see, from graduate. Now you see, understand this very specifically, this query is, we have to print here, let me make this up little bit. Okay, now it's okay, we can go. You see, select what I have to write here, name as well as average from the graduate. This is a normal statement you are writing, but you want to match here a value, this average value, and this average value what you are going to match, average value is coming from an aggregate function, not from a specific row. And this average function will calculate this all tuples one by one, and it will find out which one is the maximum from this one, and that value it will be coming here. Suppose maximum value is 5 here, so 5 will go. Now after that certain upgradation, maximum value changed to 10, then this 5 will no longer come in act for this query. So again this will 10 will go here. Again somebody updated, no 10 is not there, 50 is here. Okay, so again this statement is going to find out from here which one is 50, so 50 will go here. So this max value is going to have multiple version running in your table. Have you understood what I told? It is not that only 10, 5 here, according to this one 5 only max here. Who knows, somebody updated, then this 10 will be max. So for that we do have to apply appropriate select statement, which is going to make maximum from the graduate in real time. Something is clear? Concept is clear? Now let's see that whether it is running or not. Okay, so I'm going to press enter key. Okay, just check it out. Is Arjun is getting 70?
Yes, sir.
Tell me yes or no from this. Who is having maximum?
Yes, sir.
Just check it out. Arjun is getting 70.
Arjun.
Okay, now I'm changing this statement. Let me make somebody else to have a maximum number, and see this statement is making its correction in real time or not. Okay, so what I'm going to do right here, select asterisk from graduate. What is this? My left finger and right finger here is very okay, this one. Okay, now I'm going to make Karan as having maximum average. So what query I'm going to write here? I should write select, or I should
Insert
write
into
update.
Update.
Karan is already 68. I want to make 68, 80, 90. Is it? So what I'm going to write here? Update. What I'm going to write after that?
Graduate.
Set average equal to, let's suppose 80, where name equal to, I am writing name here, this can run with this double quote also, Karan. Okay, done. I make this, what is
Sir,
Sir, we have the
the
same.
graduate.
GRADUAT. You are not saying spelling. Spelling is very difficult. Here now you see it's okay. Graduate spelling is error here. You see I did it wrong. Okay, so that. So here you see we have one query. Okay, now I'm right here. Select asterisk from graduate. That's see that got 80. Is it? Now I am going to run the statement. The same statement I am going to run. Whether see where is that? Here you see this statement. Okay, this statement I am going to run. Let's check. See, just now it is showing you answer here. What is that? Arjun has got 70, but now it is showing you Karan has got 80. This is real time scenario. I hope the concept is very much clear to you. So this is aggregate function, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you can make much more thing in that. Now suppose average is there. Now I want to print average of average here. So select AVG is the average of any column name. So I'm writing here average, you see, from graduate. Just check it out. Now you tell me average is coming 68, lump sum 68, understand? So now a query we are going to make. Let's think a query. Let have a real time query. I want to print name of those students whose average marks here, this one. Let's suppose this is average marks, okay, whose average is either greater than or equal to average marks of the class. Have you understood what I told?
Yes, sir.
So what to write here? Suppose think this one, that this average is marks. Okay, so I want to category to that what the average marks of the class. So I'm going to categorize in two row. One group is having less marks from that average, and one group is having more marks or equal to that from the average. So what to write for that? I want to print name of all the student whose this marks means this average, whose average is greater than or equal to this average coming here. So for that, select
Select
name from
from graduate
graduate
where average is equal to
where, where average is
is equal to
is greater than equal to
okay.
equal
Select
to select
Sir,
yeah, say
EVG
average, then
average
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 from graduate.
from graduate, is it? Do not confuse here, average you are coming here, so this average is nothing, understand, this is simply a column name, nothing to deal upon. Okay, so I'm going to press enter key. Just check it out, two guys are there. So let me, somebody's microphone, please make it off. Average. Okay, let's see this too.
sorry sir.
You see, Karan is getting 80 and Arjun is getting 70. So perfectly being done this query. Okay, so this is a very big discussion. We have understood in a very simple term how to use the aggregate function in proper. Okay, now in that same regard, one more thing I want to show you, that now I want to um, print how many students are there in this graduate. So what I will write here, select count.
Name.
Yeah, and count can be anything, is it? Any column name from graduate, is it? You see 5 is coming, then I'm going to write here count average, any column name, you see 5 is coming. Then again I am going to write here count, suppose I am counting how many students are there from let's suppose the subject here. Okay, subject grade, something like that, then also 5 is going to come. You see select, then I'm going to write here what is that, subject, see again 5 is going to come. So we can, this count is simply, it is going to count number of tuples, understand? But now without any clause, without any condition here, now we are going to supply condition. Okay, let's see. Now we want to count total number of students studying in taken physics. Any two are there, your physics is 2. So I want to print total number of a student who has taken physics. What I'm going to write?
Select count subject
Select
from graduate.
count name, anything I can write. I can count any because I had already shown you here. Okay, where from graduate, select count name from graduate, where now a
Subject
condition,
is equal to
subject equal to, what is that? Physics.
select
Physics. Okay, you started with the select command, na? Somebody, so still you are not understanding single row and multiple row here. Here you see this is going to take out from multiple rows and find out one specific value. But here you see what is that, physics, specifically only those having physics will be counted here. Okay, so only two guys are here having physics. Okay, now I want to see here a very different label here again, a different query. So I want to print, what is that, yeah, I want to print um, the total number of students, it can be, let me think. I want to print total number of student in each subject. Can I go so? Yeah, a very good query. See, coming. I want to print total number of student in each subject. So your output, I am going to show you the output also here. So your output will come like this. Subject, okay, and then here number of student. Let's suppose I'm writing a column here, number of student, okay. So output will be here. Let's suppose physics, and how many here? 1 and 2. So here it will come 2. Then again computer science 1, maths 1, like that. Have you understood? So what can be there? How you are going to
Sir,
start?
select subject, comma count subject from graduate, where subject is equal to select distinct subject from graduate.
Is it? Okay. What I'm going to do is select. Okay. Then tell me.
Subject,
Subject,
comma count subject,
comma count,
count subject,
count subject,
count spelling,
count subject. Then from graduate, from graduate,
where
where
subject is equal to
subject, subject equal to
select distinct subject from graduate.
select. You all know na distinct. Distinct is going to print distincts. It is going to remove duplicate values. Select distinct subject from graduate. This is there.
Yes, sir.
Sure. Let's see. Yeah, see everybody here. Now understand, try to understand here. This MySQL is telling everything to you. This query, this query, what you have used here, this is returning, you see, more than one row. Then how things will go here? Distinct subject is coming chemistry, distinct subject is coming physics, distinct coming computer science, then maths. Then how this all things will be applied here? So query is not okay, is it? Now you see, I am going to let you know. Still you people are very confused about aggregate function and how to use that. So now you see, again I'm going to type one very simple query, is it? Select, okay, then I'm going to write here distinct, then I'm going to write here subject, okay, then I'm writing here from graduate. Just check it out. Now I'm going to get, but if the same thing I'm going to write here in form of distinct, and then I'm going to write here subject, you just check it out, okay. See, physics 2 time coming. See the difference here. Simple query, select subject from graduate. See, all are coming, all tuples are coming here, whether be duplicate value or like that. You want to restrict duplicate value, then you have used distinct clause. So you see physics, computer science, chemistry and maths is coming. Got it? Okay. So now I want to count. You see, select count subject. I'm writing here from graduate. What? Graduate. Okay.
Sir, select spelling is also
So select spelling.
Select count subject from graduate. Okay, done. See, 5 is coming. This is not the correct output, is it? Again I am writing here select count. What to count here? I am going to write it distinct, how many distinct subjects are there here, that is to be counted. Now you check out, that went to 4. So duplicate values will be counted only one time by using this distinct clause. Okay, but this is also not solving our problem, that how many students are there in each. Okay, so now you see one clause, or very new clause, group by clause. If you want to print aggregate you want to use multiple rows to be in one single column. So suppose I'm going to write here select. What I have to print? I have to print um, uh, subject, na? Subject. Then I have to print what? Count. What I have to print here? Count if how many see how many students are there, na? Okay, so how many students are there can be counted from anything, na? Either a stipend, either average, either grade, either that is a common programming understanding now. Okay, so it can be anything. So I am writing name here. Okay, how many so count, I am writing a name. Okay, then I am writing here from graduate. Okay, now we have to group. So I am going to write here group by clause. Okay, see here I have to use all the group together, is it? So I am going to write here select subject count name from the graduate, where then you can write here I think where you should not use here. Let me try this one. Graduate group by. If it is not work, then we are going to use it group by subject. See this clause. Everybody understand this one. So there is a clause here. Group by. Group by is going to make certain groups here in from your query, like this way. And suppose group by is being done, and whatever things are being counted and printing, whatever things you have given here, all will be categorized according to the group given here. So here I'm going to get here, I'm going to press enter key, then let me see. Okay, very well, is it? See, it's coming. Now you see physics we have 2, computer science we have 1, chemistry we have 1, maths we are having 1, is it? So we can make a group by to customize our output. Okay, how to customize our output? By using group by clause. Everybody understood these 2 query what I taught you?
Yes, sir.
These are very important query, and in
Yes, sir.
every exam this all things will be asked. Purposely these all things will be asked. Why? Because you are not doing graduate clause, this one group by clause, and that minimum and maximum what I taught you today. Okay, now one more thing is that somebody told me, now one see having clause. Okay, so having you can use anywhere, understand? Let's suppose how to use having here. Suppose I want to print select, then I'm going to print here name. What the meaning of having? Common meaning of having. Tell me, what is the standard English meaning of having? Who is having?
Sir.
Having means who is having?
Is
Okay, one more query. Here you see select name from graduate, where tell me having. Here also you can avoid where clause. Okay, this is going to give you graduate having. Let's suppose name equal to anything you can write, name having. I'm going to put here name Karan, let's suppose. Okay, name Karan, is it? See. Okay, so having now you can manipulate formalize each query according to its need, and you try to expertise in this, and you make your query small as possible, more better your output will be for that query. Okay, so we are using this having clause without where. So few try you will do, then it will be very good for you and you will be able to learn, right? So you need to practice. Right, so we are stopping here in this. More function I will show you in the next